Hey, what's up, people? It's Friday. I'm Dave, and let's talk about some stuff. Me and my wife went to Sam's Club last weekend, which, as we all know, is basically big Walmart, with lots of stuff. And it's also kind of a fat guy's dream. I mean, they got stuff in there. Man, I went into a jar of peanut butter. It's 6 pounds. 6 pounds of peanut butter. I was like, okay, that'll last me about 2 years. Just 9,000 paper plates. Really? Jesus, you need paper plates to last you until you're dead, apparently. Fine. But anyway, it's kind of cool to wander around in there and look at stuff and, of course, examine the human condition. I did see one guy in there. He was wandering through there, had his mask pulled down, was picking his nose with his mask pulled down, and then he reached down and grabbed back a hold of the cart. I thought, yeah, that's real sanitary. That mask probably going to save your ass there, dude. So there was that. Um, Also, when you go to these stores, a lot of times you see these guys. Now, my wife laughs at me because I'm always saying, that dude, he's waiting to die, this guy. And he's walking down through the aisle. He's staring at his feet. He's walking along. And Karen is next to him, and she's just rah, like a pissed off chihuahua, all the time. And I just look at my wife and go, that guy is just waiting to die. I mean, he can't afford to divorce her. He's afraid to leave. And apparently, he can't get a bus timed right that he can step out in front of. So he's just waiting to die. So here's the thing, if you have yourself a Karen, maybe it's not all her fault. So let's do our part to help out the managers of the world and the men aforementioned waiting to die. Maybe it's quite possible that if you haven't left Karen with her eyes rolled back in her head, unable to use her legs, unable to speak, twitching like she's been tased in a puddle of her own sweat as you walk out of the room with your head held high, perhaps part of Karen's condition is your fault. You might want to work on that, dude. I mean, I realize we're not as young as we used to be, but hey, give it a show. So, anyway, that's about all of that. What else? Oh, my daughter last week got called a racist, which I was amused because she's a Democrat, and that means that she probably got called a racist by another Democrat because she had to have done one thing. She took a stand. She must have stood up for something and had the audacity to disagree with the masses, and so she got called racist. I told her I was kind of proud, and she laughed. So that was kind of a good time. So let's see, what have we done now? We've talked about a fat guy's dream. We've talked about guys waiting to die, and we've talked about how to fix Karen. So let's see, what else do we got? Oh, I'm amused by this. Okay, apparently Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam are some violent, dangerous MFers, and we need to take them guns away from those boys. They can't take them from us. So we're going to take Yosemite Sam's guns away. He won't have his 6 guns. I don't know what he's going to pull out of their carrots or some stupid shit. I don't know what they're going to do. Apparently, then you've got Elmer Fudd, and how's he going to hunt the wabbit if he doesn't have his trusty rifle? So they're going to give him a sickle. Curved, big, sharp blade on the end of a stick. They're going to give him that. So instead of shooting the rabbit, which, if I remember from my childhood, Elmer Fudd never actually ever shot Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny would plug the barrel with his fingers and blow up the gun, so it's a cartoon, people. You're supposed to laugh. Back when we had jokes, things you could laugh about without everybody getting all butthurt. So anyway, they're going to give him this sickle. So now he's going to go chop up the bunny because that's far less disturbing than just shooting him with a rifle, right? I mean, I did see Daffy Duck get his bill blown around the back of his head a few times, but he never died from it. It was a joke, people. And so that about covers that. I was going to mess with Colin Kaepernick a little bit because I think the guy's a douchebag, and I know a lot of people will probably disagree. But, I mean, he got benched because he sucked. He didn't get benched because of anything else. And then now he's making a name for himself because he put a knee on the ground and lost like almost $2 billion for the NFL. Yeah, I'd be jumping all up and down to hire that guy. I heard some stupid bitch saying they wanted to give him a Nobel Prize. Really? For what is that going to be worth? About the plastic that the base is made out of? Come on. No, that's just wrong. The problem right now, and we got this little situation going on in Seattle, and I'm not going to go too crazy about the whole thing because, quite frankly, I had kind of a rough day anyway. I'm really not in the mood. I did get my biscuits and gravy and iced tea today, so that was good. I took a little break. But the last administration kind of had a little problem. They were weak on a lot of things, and they let a lot of things get out of hand that should never got out of hand. They let the war on police get started. ISIS went nuts. I mean, they didn't have the stones to really do anything about anything. Now we got a bunch of little punk ass white kids that think they can take over 6 city blocks of a metropolitan city And that's going to be fine. And I see these guys standing out there with the AR-15s. I'm like, okay, tough guy, take it easy there. Because, if you keep messing around, whenever the big guy gets tired of waiting for the situation to sort itself out, for you guys to run out of vegan tamales or whatever the hell it is you're eating in there, there's going to be something happen. And what's going to happen is this guy is going to get enough of that shit, and he's going to call these guys, and they're going to bring a pair of these, and they're going to come in there, and they're going to mess your ass up. And it's not going to be funny anymore. I mean, I actually saw a UN flag flying in there today. So you think you're a sovereign country now? Well, then you're invading the United States of America. And don't forget, these guys have much bigger stones, much more training, and they're much better funded than you are. So anyway, people, everybody have a good weekend. I'm not going to keep you 12 minutes like I did last week. I kind of went a little nuts last week because I had a lot of shit to talk about. But anyway, everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Stay on your toes, and just be careful. I'm Dave. I'm out.